Welcome everyone to the Avengenerds podcast, where we're talking about the DC stars and more. I'm your host Torrin, and with me is our co-host Peyton.
Yo.
Today we'll be talking about Spider-Man, brand new day, and the news of the week. Every time comes the description of the show notes, you want to jump around. And with that, here's Peyton with the news.
I'm gonna try to get through this as quick as possible so we can get into Spider-Man. But let's start off with some business news. The Paramount and Warner Brothers merger is officially on hold. The merger will not move forward until June 1st, 2027, or until the courts provide a ruling on the lawsuits facing the merger. Along with that, there's been a bunch of other people, like actors and directors, like throwing their hat in the ring, trying to stop this merger from happening. Good.
Yeah, so let's stop this immediately.
Yeah, it's also looking like if this merger does fall through, the Ellisons, the people behind Paramount, are gonna have to pay a lot of money. So yeah, obviously rooting against it because that would not be good. Moving on to some DC news. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. DC Studios is actively developing a Mr. Terrific series with Alan Heinberg, who did The Sandman, writing the pilot. More Mr. Terrific is always a good thing.
I agree.
This is according to Deadline. Jimmy Tatro is set to play Gorilla Grodd in the Jimmy Olsen series. I've only seen Jimmy Tatro in only 2 or 3 things. But he's got the voice for it, and they wanted someone with more comedic chops. So I think this is actually a good get. I saw some people complain. They were like, "Does this guy seem like a Gorilla Grodd to you?" I'm like, "It's gonna be CGI, man." Just gonna put the guy in a gorilla suit? Like, I don't think so. Torn. There was some Supergirl drama. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. 2 cuts of Supergirl were screened to test audiences. One from Craig Gillespie and one from DC Studios. Gillespie's version was 11 minutes longer and featured more of the villain Krem. The cut from DC Studios was the one chosen for release. If we're to assume that the 11 minutes of extra footage was just more Krem, yeah, I'm good with what we got.
Yeah, I think... I think we're good on that, bro.
Yeah, I don't need more Krem, man. I do not care.
Yeah, I need more fucking action. I need more Supergirl.
Exactly.
Just say, like, fucking the entire film, she like barely does anything.
Unfortunate. But we got some good news though, Torrin. This is according to Daniel RPK. Zolo Maridueña will return as Blue Beetle in Man of Tomorrow. Hopefully they make no changes or very little changes to the suit, which is still just incredible. But Torrin, we got some bad news. The Batman Part 2 has been delayed to February 18th, 2028.
The 5th fucking time, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking waiting
6 years.
6 years for a fucking Batman movie, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I think Robert Pattinson is going to be close or like the same age as Ben Affleck was when he was in BVS. When he's supposed to be an older Batman, so...
Oh, man, this is... That's fucking crazy to think, dude. I mean, but, like, Robert Pattinson, he's still young. Like, he's 40. Yeah.
It is crazy how, like, at a normal pace, we'd have the 3rd one by now.
I know.
Yeah, but, I mean, it is what it is. If we gotta... I mean, if it's mid or even just like decent, like, ooh,
I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean, I trust Matt Reeves, but if it's not incredible, yeah, it's not gonna, we're gonna be not happy. Tor, we got a new trailer for Clayface.
Looks good. Can't wait to see it in October.
Yup. We also got a new trailer for Lanterns.
Yeah, it looks like fucking dog shit.
No, it doesn't.
No, I'm kidding. I don't think I did. I don't think I saw that one, the new trailer.
I would watch it. I think it looks really good. I've said it on the podcast before. People are like, "Oh, where's the green and what's all the Green Lantern?" I think it's gonna be like the Penguin. People are like, "This is fucking. Why is this happening?" And then it's gonna come out and people are gonna be like, "This is fucking incredible."
I know.
It's like, we've talked about this to death, but when people are like, "No one asked for this," if you don't shut the fuck up.
You can make that shit. You can make the argument with anything.
Literally anything. All right, Torrin, on to some Marvel news. We got to look at the new Daredevil suit. You hate that shit.
Is it it's like the black with like the red underline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like fucking dog shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it's grown on me a bit.
Like I see what they're going with it. It's like the black is like
the shading.
Yeah, like I see what they're going for it.
But yeah,
and maybe it'll look better on the show, but like I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that suit particularly.
Yeah, I think it will look better on the show with proper lighting, but yeah, it's not my favorite. The double D's is an upgrade. But yeah, it has grown on me a bit though. It's still, I mean, it's a low bar, but anything's better than that season 1.
Yeah.
Like beginning of season 2 suit. That shit's ass. Horrible fucking suit. But moving on, this is according to The Verge. Xbox is considering canceling Marvel's Blade and shutting down Arcane, the studio working on it.
Jesus Christ, bro. Blade can't catch a fucking break, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard it is to make a fucking Blade game, or at least how I know you're probably gonna talk about it. But even just the fucking Blade movie, bro. Like I like what the fuck did Blade do, bro?
Well,
what the fuck?
I mean, we may as well talk about the Blade movie. Yeah, so Kevin Feige was like, he said he felt like a failure and a loser for not getting Blade off the ground. But from what I understand, the reason Blade hasn't happened yet is because of Mahershala Ali, because he apparently has like final say about the creative direction, and he just hasn't, because he wants it to be like his Black Panther. And he keeps like vetoing all the directions.
I mean,
that's what I've heard.
I just don't get it, bro. Like, it's not that fucking hard to like really just tackle a Blade movie, regardless of like creative differences. I mean, I feel like it shouldn't. I don't know. Like, then again, we will never know like what went on behind the scenes, but it's just a very odd thing for not only the movie to not work, but the game to not work as well. I just don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the game is apparently the game just kept getting bigger than they planned, like it was going over budget, and then Xbox as a company has been undergoing a bunch of changes. They just did like a ridiculous amount of layoffs. I think Arcane, they're looking to like sell instead of just completely shutting down. I hope that's the case, so we still, can actually get this fucking Blade game. So it's not completely dead yet, but yeah, I mean they're pretty far along on it. To just cancel it completely and shut down the studio would be a real shame. And the Blade movie, it's seemingly dead. I think it's done. Because something about the way Kevin Feige talked about it, he was like, I think it's done. I think it's over. But Torn, this is according to Deadline. A Nova movie is in early development. Michael Waldron is writing the script. Your goat, Michael Waldron.
He's alright, bro. He's alright.
I mean, look, he did Multiverse of Madness, which is very divisive. But I mean, we really like Multiverse of Madness, and he did Loki, and we really like Loki. So it's like, I don't know, anything could be good.
Multiverse of Madness is not like terrible.
I fucking love that movie. But I do not care.
It's really good. Yeah, I think it's solid. I think it's just like, I mean, I think that because they were just having so many production problems, it didn't fulfill its like full potential.
All right, Tom, we got the Doomsday trailer.
First one?
Yes.
Yeah, no. It's really good. It looks good.
Even for, you've been hating, but you were like, hey, this trailer's actually, you liked it.
Yeah.
How we feeling about RDJ's voice?
That's really fucking good, actually.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Cannot, like, I'm actually glad that he has a fucking accent. Thought that they were gonna not do that shit, considering they fucking erased Elizabeth Olsen's accent, bro.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a good accent.
Hey, I'd rather have a inconsistent one than none at all. But then again, Wanda ain't even brown in the MCU, so
RDJ's
go figure, I guess.
Oh, I am Doom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Torn.
What's up?
It's crazy that this just happened. We have some very sad breaking news.
Oh no.
This is according to Variety, and we're also on the topic of Marvel. Wonder Man has been canceled.
What?
The show is no longer returning for a season 2.
Oh my god, bro.
That's insane. We just got Brand New Day with Destin Daniel Craig. Wait a minute. Are they canceling it because of the success of Brand New Day?
Oh.
A
soul for a soul.
I know, right? Another Destin Daniel Craig Spider-Man movie or Wonder Man season 2. Pick your poison. Unfortunately, if I had to sacrifice one, that's really unfortunate, though.
The unfortunate part is at least season 1 ends off on a really high note. People loved it. And I think the show in itself is really great. So, yeah, it does suck we're not going to get a season 2 with the very strong possibility that Destin Daniel Craig is going to be directing the new Spider-Man trilogy. But it still sucks nonetheless that we're not getting a season 2. But
that really fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Shit, dude.
We were so excited for that shit too, man.
I know, because it was getting so much hate from like the vocal minority.
Wonder Man,
but then Wonder Man. I've been seeing like a little bit of hate on it whenever it released. It was like, oh yeah, like no one really cares about Wonder Man and.
What's that voice? Man, no one really cares about Wonder Man. It just sucks.
No one cares about Wonder Man. Like, who the fuck is Wonder Man? I never heard of that show up until recently. And I'm like, okay, bro, like that's fine. But then, like, the show did really well, and then it was like, oh yeah, no one cares. It's not gonna get a season 2, and then season 2 happened, and it came and it went. But damn, that's rough.
Well, I guess now we gotta move on. We barely even talked about the Doomsday trailer because of that. It looks good. RDJ's voice is good. Still weird that Steve Rogers is just okay, here's the thing about Steve Rogers, right? What is going on? Because he has a beard, but we know at some point he's clean shaven at some points.
He's clean shaven at some point.
Yeah, we saw in the teasers that he's clean shaven when he's on the motorcycle and goes into the house or whatever. And then to jump ahead a little bit, in the leak trailer, we see him again clean shaven. So
I don't know, man.
Is there a time jump? Does he shave? Is it not Steve Rogers? I've heard a theory that like it could be Loki and he's disguising himself because he doesn't want to fuck up Thor emotionally.
People are dumb and they're saying it's Captain Hydra. I'm like, why would Captain Hydra be worthy?
Yeah. People are saying that like he looks different, which he does, but I'm willing to bet he looks slightly weird because it's a fake beard. Because he was clean shaven for some of it and they needed him bearded for some of it, so they put a beard on him. That's my guess. I don't know that for certain though. They CGI'd it. They CGI'd the beard on. I don't know, but it looks good. I'm definitely more excited, but still cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
All right, on some more San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Ghost Rider was revealed. It releases in theaters in 2028, starring Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, directed by Sean Levy and written by Star Wars Starfighter writer Jonathan Tropper. Tropper? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how because of Star Wars Starfighter, they're going ahead with Sean Levy anyways.
Yeah, we don't even know that movie could be ass.
Starfighter?
Yeah,
I agree. It was Star Wars.
Well,
Star
come
Wars
on, man.
Shit recently.
Whoa! You haven't even seen The Mandalorian versus Grogu.
Ever since Disney bought it, man. It's been going downhill. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Kathleen Kennedy, but she's gone now. So
Kathleen Kennedy, we got Rey Skywalker, not even a Skywalker, ruining 6 films of my childhood But don't get me wrong, I'm gonna cherry pick. And I love Rogue One. I love Mandalorian. But the Acolyte, bad. Yeah,
that's Disney's fault, not anyone else's.
But
the Acolyte sucks.
Peak.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but it sucks.
Andor's peak,
which is it's Tony Gilroy. That's not Disney.
Anything else is in the garbage. It's all woke. I'm tired of this SJW garbage. Where's the men at?
So true. Yeah, it seems that right after, they might be done with Starfighter at this point. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're done filming.
Yeah, so it comes out in 2028, which means they're probably going to start soon.
For what?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, they're going to start production very soon. I'm pretty sure they're going to start production at the end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah, at the end of the year going to the start of 2027. And then because that leaves them with room for reshoots and a whole year of like, CGI to get another 8 CGI teams after Disney will lay them off,
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I'm excited for Ghost Rider. I've also heard that Ryan Gosling was pitching a lot of the ideas for it.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling, people are being fucking weird about it, man. People are like, "Oh, Ryan Gosling, the fall from grace needs to be studied." He's been talking about Ghost Rider for years.
It's so weird because I have also been hearing weird shit about Ryan Gosling, and it's like, yeah, they're acting like that, like he's
like an indie darling. Like what?
Yeah, they were saying that like he was in like just real films, and now he's just making like corporate slop, and it's like, bro, like I mean I would even go as far as to say Ryan Gosling he has incredible fucking range for all the roles he's been in. I mean, shit, he
was in a Blade Runner movie.
Yeah, he was in a Blade Runner movie. He was in literally Barbie 3 fucking years ago. Damn, 3 years ago. Holy shit.
Great film.
I mean, he's gonna be in Star Wars. He's gonna be in a Marvel movie, like, and even then, like
Project Hail Mary.
He was just in Project Hail Mary, which was a massive success.
Oh, and also in Project Hail Mary specifically, I can't speak to his other movies, but he had a pretty sizable creative hand in Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I was watching behind the scenes of that.
He's been talking about it for Project Hail Mary for like 5 years.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if he had any creative input on Star Wars Starfighter, but he clearly has creative input on Ghost Rider. I don't know. I'm much more willing to give this the benefit of the doubt, even with Sean Levy's involvement.
Someone, I saw a funny comment. Actually, someone said, "Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds, he's taking on all these projects to fund The Nice Guys too."
Oh my god!
And
I fucking wish.
That's so funny though. I love it.
Insane that shit didn't get a sequel, man. I mean, I'm happy it's getting its flowers more recently, but
yeah, it has like a little like
cult following.
Cult following, yeah.
And anytime it's brought up to Ryan Gosling, I always forget which movie it opened against, but he's always like, that fucking movie that killed the Nice Guys. Was it Trolls? It might have been Trolls.
Have you seen there was like the clip, it was like, hey, like what do you want to drink, buddy? Like what can I do you for? He says like nothing. He's like, free drinks, what do you want? And it fucking like just pans and it plays like Night Call from Drive. It's so funny.
I still haven't seen Drive.
You still haven't seen Drive?
I know, man. I know, it's on the list.
It's so good.
Bro, that Drive is one of those movies. Anytime I go to look it up, it's just not on anything. I'm like, what the goddamn what?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like sometimes it's on those like free services, but they have like a million ads on them, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
And I'm trying to figure out when I think I saw it on Netflix.
I did that with the Raid movies, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like the pace, it kind of destroyed the pacing.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, moving on, Black Panther 3 is officially announced. Ryan Coogler will, of course, return to direct. The film will release on December 15th, 2028. And the film will be shot on larger format celluloid film, which might be the first Marvel movie to be shot on film.
Well, I thought Eternals was shot on film.
I should say. What?
Thought Eternals was shot on film.
Was it?
Because Chloe Zhao directed it on film.
Was Eternals shot on film? Let's ask ChatGPT.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm already bored. Okay.
Brother.
Anyway, the bigger piece of news, David Johnson has been cast as T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3 and will be the new Black Panther.
Yup. I know where they're going. I know where they're going with this. Sure, he's gonna be the queen, and T'Challa Jr. is gonna be
the Black Panther.
Yup. So I'm like so excited. I'm excited for. I love David Johnson.
We have our Black Panther Wakanda Forever review. We talked about it back then, and I believe our sentiments are still the same. This is best case scenario. The fact that when, the whole conversation surrounding it was like, oh, should they have recast or not or whatever. And then when we saw that movie at the end, T'Challa's son being just T'Challa, it was like, oh, this is the perfect way to please both crowds. You're not erasing Chadwick Boseman essentially, but you're also honoring the T'Challa character by continuing on, basically recasting without recasting.
Yeah.
That being said, people are still mad, so you can't please them. You can't please everybody, huh? There's the crowd that are still like, oh, you should have just recast, but there's also a new crowd that are like, oh, so we're doing a time jump just so we can erase another female superhero.
Jesus Christ, man.
So I'm like, you can't. We're really damned if you do, damned if you don't era for the MCU. And a lot of the Spider-Man stuff, it is really hilarious. Some of the discourse online, just based on the trailer, people are like, why is this happening? Why are they doing this? And then the questions answered in the movies. Just, I don't know how many times these people need a lesson to just, maybe reserve judgment until actually seeing the movie, because maybe your questions will get answered and your dumbass complaints that you're making up in your mind will get alleviated by the actual film. But yeah, that's the news of the week, which means it's time to move on to our topic finally. To be fair, we haven't done this in a month, which is why we had so much news. Time to move on to our topic, which is, of course, Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is going to be an early episode. So, not spoilers and spoilers, the usual. There's going to be time codes in the description of the show notes if you want to just jump straight to spoilers. I don't know why you would do that if you haven't seen the film. You're insane. But Torrin, what are your non-spoilery thoughts about Spider-Man Brand New Day?
I'll read my review and then I'll explain furthermore about it. But I said that Brand New Day is a very strong contender for being the best live-action Spider-Man film. It feels like a return to form Spidey movie and has the best visuals since The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The action sequences are absolutely top-notch. I can definitely see the inspiration from the Insomniac games, but it still has its own flair. The acting was also on another level, and I don't expect anything less from Tom Holland and Zendaya, but I also enjoyed the rest of the cast. The direction from Destin Daniel Cretton is also fantastic. He always manages to make characters you can connect to, which makes the grounded moments much more impactful. Overall, I need the new trilogy to be like this. I think it would benefit the MCU going forward. And like, whenever y'all get the chance to watch a movie, like, and I don't want to beat a dead horse. I really don't. But there's one movie alone, I'm looking at John Watts differently, bro. I'm looking at the trilogies differently. I'm like, bro, like, I'm
looking at Far From Home and No Way Home differently. I will forever give Homecoming grace because the intention was to do something different with that film.
Yeah.
But after that,
yeah, I'm just like, dude, like, I'm telling you, it's a night and day difference of just how much swinging it is in this movie than there is in all three films combined. There is so much more, like I said, there's much more action and, like, sequences that are involved that make Spider-Man just so much more cooler. I mean, like, there's a lot of creativity with how this all went down, and just the way like I said, the direction of how, you know, Desmond Cretton involves Peter Parker versus John Watts. Obviously, when it comes to the development, you know, Peter's a high school student and everything like that. Obviously, this this movie takes place like literally like 4 years after that, or at least the time span is like 4 years. But just the way like I said, I'm having a hard time to like try to explain it, but basically the whole movie is just insane. I also really love the involvement with John Bernthal's Punisher. Their dynamic is, you know, very brother-like with him and Spider-Man. I really like the back and forth. I mean, Punisher he has to banter with somebody, and I'm really loving it. And also, it's, you know, a lot of people might be confused. I did see some confusion of why Punisher is involved, but well, you'll see if you watch the Punisher special. But overall, like, I think the story that they're going for,
not to interrupt you, but also he's a ground level hero. He's gonna cross paths with the ground level heroes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just gonna happen.
But yeah, no, it's like I said, the story that they were going for, it's going pretty well. I also will say that this movie feels like a love letter to like not only like the comics, but like some of the live action like movies before.
Yep. That's something I'm specifically gonna get into in spoilers.
And so there are moments where it's like, dang, like I remember that from this movie, and you know, other stuff like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like nostalgia bait.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
feels
nostalgia.
like a true homage.
Exactly. And like I said, the story that they're trying to tackle is something that we've seen with Spider-Man before, you know, in the movies and in the comics, but it does its own way with trying to tackle the what's going on in the MCU going forward. Also, the inclusion of all the characters in the movie, I thought, like, you know, before the movie release and we were looking at all the reports, I thought this movie was going to be super duper bloated, but it actually turns out to be very very just base level.
100%.
And like it feels like a lot of the characters that are in the film get their chance to shine, and there's never a moment to where it's like, oh wow, like this feels like a cameo like fest. And it's like the people that are in the movie, they have a purpose, which I really really enjoy. I know a lot of people where they were not wanting a lot of, you know, Zendaya's MJ and Jacob Batalon's Ned in the movie too much, because they wanted like a more true solo Spider-Man film. But like I said, how the way the story is being told, I think they did such a great job of handling those characters.
Yeah, their inclusion felt supernatural.
Yeah, and they make it to where they make it like very apparent, not apparent, but like very like, basically it's like why you know, like they answer why they're there. And one thing I will say before I let you go is that the antagonist, and the way they're displaying the abilities throughout the film, you know, it was such a really cool thing to see. But also, like, there's like little moments to where when you're making like a movie or a superhero movie, there's little moments that makes the villains like motivation much more sinister when they're clashing with the protagonist. And there's a moment that we'll get into in spoilers that I will elaborate on for. But yeah, overall, I gave this movie a 5 out of 5. I don't care if I'm glazing the movie. This movie is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, fuck recency bias.
Yeah, fuck recency bias.
It's Spider-Man.
Sure. Bro, we were waiting for this movie.
This shit means something to me, man.
Shit is amazing. But yeah, Peyton, you go with your non-spoiler.
All right. I suppose I'll also read my... I said, I love this damn character. Destin Daniel Cretton delivers what feels like the most comic booky Spider-Man we've ever gotten on screen, and the most true-to-life New York. The humor didn't feel annoying and felt perfectly Spider-Man, and the inclusion of the MCU elements worked perfectly. And Spidey and Punisher's dynamic was beyond perfect. Absolutely adored it. And I also said, and also, how does a Spider-Man movie manage to do blank better than 80% of blank? If you know, you know. I can't wait to see this again in theaters. I need to see it again. But yeah, I'm in absolute agreement with everything you said. For me, the highlight of this movie is the Punisher Spider-Man dynamic, which is something I wasn't necessarily worried about, but I also wasn't exactly sure how it would be done. We saw in the trailer him, you know, webbing his face and going and saying like, "Go home," which I loved already. But you know, you don't really know how it's really going to go. What I really loved is how it still feels very true to John Bernthal's Punisher and what we've seen prior. Like, he's in this more comedic role in this film, but it still feels extremely true to his version of this character, which I think is very impressive, both from a writing standpoint and from a performance standpoint from John Bernthal. And him and Tom Holland's banter, which a lot of the time feels improvised in the best way, that completely blew my expectations out of the water, that their dynamic, and also how much he was in the film and how much he added to the film. I loved it so much. Like you said, the action sequences were easily the best we've seen in the Spider-Man movie. The only thing I could see people not necessarily complaining about, but it's still not quite there visually compared to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's like it's so close. It's so close, but it's not there. The inventive nature, the inventive stuff they're doing with the camera and the action sequence, that is ahead of Spider-Man 2 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But specifically the visual effects aren't there. It's close, but not quite. But still a major improvement compared to the Home trilogy. And what I really loved about this movie, speaking of the Home trilogy, is how this film feels, no pun intended, at home with the Home trilogy. After No Way Home, it felt like they were going to do a reset, and people were like, oh, let's not have like MJ and Ned, or if they do have it be a small role, etc. But this feels so connected to the Home trilogy that it really does feel like a Spider-Man 4 rather than a Spider-Man 1 2.0, if that makes sense. And that I really love. The only thing I guess I could complain about is at several points through the film, they do flashbacks to that original Tom Holland trilogy. I don't feel like that was needed, because it's like, I think we get it, but at the same time, I've seen those movies so many times. Maybe to like a general audience that is more needed. I don't know. Sadie Sink was really incredible with the character that she was playing as well. Maybe the biggest surprise in the movie for me was her, because unless I can't remember anything, I think this might be the only thing I've seen her in, weirdly.
I mean, yeah, because you're not watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, I ain't watching that shit, bro.
And you haven't seen Fear Street.
Hell no, I ain't watching that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
I haven't seen The Whale either.
Yes, The Whale.
With Brendan Fraser, the GOAT. Yeah, looking quickly through her. Yeah, I have not seen her in anything other than this. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Another thing I liked about this movie, which I'm going to get into more in spoilers, is sort of throughout the movie, they're sort of like most of these movies, they're after something. and this movie sort of turns it on its head in a way that I thought was very cool and very interesting, and also relieving in a lot of ways, which I'll get into more in spoilers. But yeah, I had an absolute blast with this. It's a good thing I got there on time. Didn't miss anything.
Oh yeah. Little context. I didn't mention to Peyton that we were going to a different theater. So he went to the wrong theater. And that's on me. And I'm not saying there's a reason why, but we always get tickets at this theater, so like it's kind of like there by default. But then when he asked me, hey, like, because at first he was like, oh yeah, I'll be there at like this time, and in my mind I was like, damn, like it's gonna take you that long? Is there traffic? Like you live down the street from this theater. And then he was like, oh yeah, like I'm here, I'm in concessions line. And I'm like, where? I don't even see you. And I sent him a screenshot of like the ticket, because we're about to go in, and he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my god. But basically he said, oh yeah, I'll be there at this time. My heart was racing, and I'm so glad they were playing trailers, because I was just like, bro,
thank God. I mean, it wasn't, luckily it's not too far away. It was like a 12-minute. If there was traffic, then I was
yeah, if there was traffic, I would have just had to do, I mean, I would have to probably buy another ticket, because I was gonna do that. Also, I'm gonna still make it up for you, but
we're gonna kiss
later. This won't be.
Can we do the upside down Spider-Man kiss?
Will rain be involved? I don't want anything on my nose.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be waterboarded.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Hell yeah. But yeah, I sprinted in when the Marvel Studios logo was coming up, so I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
I was walking upstairs like, I made it. I was fucking speeding down the highway, bro. I was going 90.
You were 90?
Felt like it.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. You should have been going 120 in a 60.
Eyes were darting everywhere looking for cops. Make sure I don't get pulled over. Anyway. Oh yeah, I also gave it a 5 out of 5. Initially I gave it a 4.5. But I think that's just sort of my default with a movie that I've only seen once that I really liked. And I thought about it and I was like, I can't really think of anything I didn't like. So I've changed it to a 5.
Yeah.
Want to get into spoilers?
Yes, I'm down to get into spoilers.
All right, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. We're going to get into spoilers. I mean, I thought it was a bold choice to kill Punisher off in a Spider-Man movie, but
yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. No, but in the semi-spoiler part of my review, the blanks are, how does a Spider-Man movie manage to do Jean Grey better than 80% of the Fox X-Men movies?
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Yeah, and evil's not the right word, but antagonistic Jean Grey as well.
I'm just surprised we didn't see the Phoenix.
Hell no.
I'm surprised we didn't see the Phoenix, and then they'll retcon in the next movie.
Yeah. I'm assuming that because the next saga is going to be the Mutant Saga.
Yeah.
As I don't think that's even official. I think we're all just kind of like, yeah, this is clearly where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
But I am assuming after that it's going to be the Phoenix Saga, and they're actually going to make it a saga and not one movie.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, because I assume the Mutant Saga, the big bad is going to be either Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But then after that,
yeah.
You see, Kevin Feige said he had plans until 2042.
God damn, bro's gonna be 90.
Yeah.
They're gonna be reading off the notes, and they're gonna cryogenically freeze Kevin Feige. And they'll pull him out whenever they need him the most.
God, where do we even start with spoilers, man?
The montage sequence, which I knew they were gonna do a montage sequence. I knew they were gonna do it because I knew it. I called it whenever Fantastic Four did it.
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh, this movie's gonna be so stuffed." I'm like, "This is clearly a montage sequence."
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, there's a montage." I knew it. But yeah, no. Actually, speaking of that, a lot of stuff didn't make it.
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of stuff did not make it into the montage sequence.
A lot of stuff didn't make it into the montage sequence, but there was some stuff in the some of the clips but like the little like TV spots that were in the movie, like the bit where he was getting like the vaccine or whatever, and the needle like breaks off his arm. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's just not in the movie. Rosario Dawson was originally going to return as Claire Temple in the film, but that was cut for some reason.
I feel like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I feel like they're gonna do another No Way Home again, where they're gonna like re-release it with like an extended cut.
Maybe in a worse movie, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
but luckily it's great. So
yeah, the montage sequence was really good. I noticed a lot of the trailer shots were not in there, but
some of the trailer shots were different, like the Amazing Fantasy shot.
Yeah,
like there was like 3 different versions we see in like trailers and TV spots, and they went with what I'm pretty sure is the version that people like the most. So
yeah, that was like the very first one that they showed off. I really like that the sequence of the montage where like he's fighting the criminals in the rain and shit. That was pretty cool. Seeing Tombstone was great. Kind of mad that he didn't start calling Spider-Man a bunch of slurs.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hey, but there's always room when Miles Morales comes in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go crazy. Yeah, I already know they're gonna put Tombstone in with Miles for a reason. One thing I will say, I don't know how you feel about this, but people were actually mad at this movie that like it feels like it's a super movie for like ads.
Oh yeah, like, I did see that. I saw someone complain. It was like, oh, the product placement in this movie is egregious. I'm like, initially, there's some ads, and I was like, oh no, they're right. But then I realized, oh no, it's just New York.
Because you have Spider-Man pulling out the Samsung phone a lot.
Yeah.
Which I mean, there was also an ad for that before the movie release.
Yeah. There's only 2 product placements, so I was like, okay, this is like clear product placement with the phone, like you were saying, and also the car.
The car, there's like Little Caesars and there's Bureau.
Yeah, the car, they did that in Homecoming too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of it was like, oh, this is just New York. With like there's just ads everywhere.
Someone was like, I was afraid we were gonna get a Kalshi ad.
Oh my god.
I was like, hey man, Spider-Man doesn't teach us how to gamble. Which, funnily enough, I mean, I know the whole thing of Spider-Man is that, he's a dumpster diver. He's very like tech savvy, like obviously tech savvy, and obviously very what's that word called? Where like you're picking up like a bunch of like, I wouldn't use the word scraps, but
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave. The box of scraps.
He's able to like get his hands on like technology and stuff like that. But one thing that I thought they were going to do, like, or add on a little bit more, was how broke this dude is. But it seems like this dude's like thriving when it comes to like the apartment and everything.
Well, yeah, okay. So I saw people, complaining like, "Oh, how does he afford this apartment?" But like, the guy just allows him to be in there because it's like a room that he just doesn't use, like a little like warehouse area for storage and stuff. So it's basically like a favor. Like he's not paying for it.
Dude got a 3D printer too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's able to like, which I like seeing is that like dudes, like we see that dude's like obviously very smart, so he's like just making a bunch of like technology and everything like that. And I like how they kind of go into that aspect with like a lot of the character, well not a lot, but like I would say with the Hulk and Punisher and even MJ, how like they're showing their their intelligence, which is really cool to see.
Oh yeah, I love the bit. It's like Peter's like, it's like, you don't have what I need. Like you think you have this, and Punisher's like, I got all that shit. Yeah,
I got all that shit. And then he's like, what would you possibly need that for? And MJ's like, bombs. And he's like, bingo.
I love that. It's so shit. Much, bro. It's that so good.
Good stuff. Bingo. I like the inclusion of what's
like Punisher. He didn't feel censored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was worried, like, yeah, that he just feels censored, and that like Tom Holland and John Bernthal are on the press runs, like, oh, the little ways we run around is cursing or whatever. But they only really did that the once, which was good, I think. But yeah, he's. I wonder if there's like a limit on the amount of shits you can say in PG-13 movies. I don't know, but yeah, I just brilliant stuff, man.
How'd you feel about MJ's boyfriend?
Yeah, he wasn't in it as much. I thought he'd play a bigger role, Ezra Bridger. But clearly MJ's like, I mean, he aight.
Yeah, they're clearly setting that up, bro.
Yeah, MJ is talking to Peter. He's like, she's like, I mean, my boyfriend, he cool, I guess. When they were in the when Peter was in the apartment and in MJ's apartment during the party, and Ned was like, did you do the interview or whatever? I was like model question mark
model actress,
but no, it's just a normal ass job.
Yeah, just a normal job.
Fair enough. His
name is Maynard.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The MJ and Ned, like we said, felt they were a good inclusion, and they felt right within. Oh my god, my dog's shaking. They felt right within this film. What I really liked in particular was the characterization of Ned. He still felt like Ned, but he was clearly more mature. You know what I mean?
It's because that's the mind you have to get into when you're a CEO.
That's true. That's true. When you're a CEO, you gotta be doing adult shit. But like in Homecoming, he was like, oh yeah, I'm working for Tony Stark. You know, you did a good job, Peter. Here's a gold coin. I don't know how jobs work. And this one, he's like talking about fucking. I remember what he said. Like, oh, the deductibles and shit. And he's like, he feels more mature. He's still Ned. He's still goofing around with Peter and stuff, which is fun. What's also really surprising, like the moment where he meets Spider-Man for the first time, and they're just hanging out, like,
that's good shit.
Outside of Homecoming, they felt more like friends there than they did in the other films.
Yeah,
like the dynamic felt right there. Just how they were talking to each other, it just felt really, really great and natural,
authentic. Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is Destin Daniel Cretton. That's kind of like what he does. What I will say though, something I thought of after seeing the film was for people that don't know, Destin Daniel Cretton and Brie Larson have a longstanding professional relationship. He always puts her in his movies. He even managed to get Captain Marvel into Shang-Chi in the post-credit scene. But she's not in this. I think it might be one of his first movies in like a long time where she's just not in it. And I was thinking, damn, where could they have fit her in? And I was like, she could have been the AI.
Yeah,
but she's
true.
not. It's Naomi Watts, which she was good. She was fine. But I'm like, this is a way to get Brie Larson in. I feel like that was the perfect opportunity of because I don't know what role Captain Marvel would have played here. I am curious, like, how did they get Naomi Watts? Like, what? I wonder what the story is there. Like, they could have gotten fucking anyone.
I don't know. Torn. I don't know.
So, question for you. Before the movie came out, the only thing you were saying was like, man, I don't want Sadie Sink to be Jean Grey. That shit's gonna be ass. But she is Jean Grey. And after seeing the film, how do you feel?
It's whatever, man. I think she did well from what she was given. I did want Sadie Sink to be someone else. But I think overall in the story it was cool. But
initially I did think Jean Grey was just going to be a code name.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
But no, I mean, Sadie Sink did fine. Also, I had a video ready to if just Sadie Sink wasn't Jean Grey, I was gonna start hating like a motherfucker, bro. But I can't.
You motherfuckers thought she was Green Grey. Y'all stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
No, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I knew the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna be mean with it too, bro, because I was tired of it. I was tired of the theory, the thing, and then also like what kind of like sealed it was Steve Lacy on the like, on like the red carpet or like the like one of the premieres.
Oh,
he,
yeah,
like,
I saw
it.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see it. I saw that Steve Lacy spoiled it, but I didn't see what did he say?
I don't know what he said either, but I just know that like from the quote tweets, he did spoil it.
Well, damn, I wonder what he said now.
Yeah, he gonna get blacklisted, bro.
Hey, ChatGPT, what did Steve Lacy say?
This is insane, bro. Stop. There's that. But yeah, no, I think it was cool.
Oh, he just said the Jean Grey shit.
How would you what'd you think of the Hulk sequences?
Okay, so first of all, he goes into Banner's classroom. He's all like, "Hey, Dr. Banner, how's it going? I'm Ned Leeds." he calls himself Ned. I don't know what it is about. It's not. I don't know if trope's the right word, but when he's like, oh yeah, it's my inhibitor or whatever, and then Peter's like, yeah, but like and he starts spewing out science shit, and he's like, oh. Oh, you mean business? I love stuff like that. I don't know why. But they're having their whole. I love seeing Peter Parker be smart. I love that shit so much. And his conversation with Bruce Banner, I thought was really fun. And then of course later on, he's Professor Hulk, being controlled by Jean Grey, and I thought that was really good because I saw people complaining like, oh, why is Professor Hulk in this? I'm like, it would be weird if he wasn't Professor Hulk at like some point. Like, it is the in between, and he's been Professor Hulk for however long. But I did like how they still managed to make him like kind of menacing as Professor Hulk when he was attacking Peter. I thought that was really well done. And
they could have done that, but I don't know.
And then when he goes full Hulk mode, man. He goes, no Banner, only Hulk. I was like, yeah, this feels right.
Finally, Universal will stop being pussies.
And even as much as personally, I honestly couldn't give a shit about the Professor Hulk stuff. Meaning that like, if they didn't do it, I'm fine. If they kept doing it, like I like the people like that are mad about it. Like I understand, but personally, I don't give a shit. But it is nice seeing Savage Hulk again.
Exactly.
And, well, not just seeing Savage Hulk, but also seeing like an actual like transformation, which we haven't seen in a long time. That's one of my favorite sequences in the original Avengers film. Is when he's like telling Black Widow to run. No. The horror bit where he's attacking Black Widow.
Through the hallway.
But the cat thing is good.
Another kind of callback too.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
But yeah, I thought it was really well done. And then of course, Punisher coming in going, ooh.
See, also one of the things that I thought they were going to do. So hear me out. Check.
Okay.
So Jean Grey, Sadie Sink's Jean Grey being the generational rage baiter that she is in this film. See, I thought what they're gonna they could kind of set it up, but what I thought is that throughout the film, obviously he has more spider than human, and so that's where the organic webbing comes from, and he has like the super duper heightened senses, but because he's interacting with the public, right, and he's like being a little violent towards them, I thought that was gonna like they're gonna tackle on to where it's like, damn, like this dude Spider-Man's like an asshole, and then like if he ever gets a fucking job at the Daily Bugle, that kind of like reinforces J. Jonah Jameson. So
speaking of which, he's not in this.
No, unfortunately not.
And I think if I had to guess, I think it's just because there wasn't any room and they want him to actually have a genuine role.
But yeah, no, I think like that was like pretty cool. I think one of my favorite sequences was, I'm pretty sure both of us saw it coming, but when you know, him and MJ are on the roof and like, you know, they kiss, I was like, yeah, you know, it's kind of an out of character moment for you to kiss when you have a boyfriend, but it's like I knew it was
I thought so too. I was like, oh man, shades of Kirsten Dunst MJ right here.
Yeah, it's like crazy, but then I knew it was Jean Grey.
Yeah, and then I was telling you when we were at I don't remember if we were at Chili's yet or not, but I love that moment, not just because it was a cold ass moment from Jean Grey, but also like this movie played on tropes. Yeah. Like you have like the kiss and she's like, oh, I remember now, and then Jean Grey's like, really, true love's kiss. But then also the whole movie they're talking about VMAX. As this you know, in any other movie is like a general like MacGuffin sort of item doing whatever the story needs, but then they're like, nope, VMAX isn't anything, it's just the event. Love that stuff, man.
It's an event that, like, you know, where Jean Grey's sister was in before she like died.
Yeah, and I was like wondering the whole movie, I'm like, what is this VMAX thing? Like, is this like a code name for a bigger thing from the comics that I can't think of right now? But no, and it's like, oh, so they really like, they just took the MacGuffin trope and just went, nah. I thought was really smart. And some of the, like you were talking about earlier, like some of the callbacks to the previous Spider-Man moments, like when he was like going for the inhibitor when he was fighting Hulk, and it was that slow-mo scene, which felt very much like Spider-Man 3 when Peter was trying to grab the ring.
Yes.
And also in the fight with the hand where he jumps backwards and lands on the sort of like fence gate thing that felt very Spider-Man 1, where he's fighting Bonesaw is ready. And then he says a homophobic line. I love that bit. But that's what it felt like there. Like there was so many like visual callbacks that felt very not heavy-handed, but like if you know, you know. That I really, really enjoyed. Just super good. And like speaking of like that hand fight was very, very good. The camera work in that sequence was fantastic.
Dude, that was just so, dude, that's like, I'm gonna remember that fight for like days, dude. That's gonna be so great. Like the fact that, like, you know, like what we were talking about it last night at Chili's, but like when he strings up like the hand member and it like the camera turns like upside down, that was fucking insane.
So good.
That was, and then like the usage of, like, you know, it's not entirely like slow-mo, but like the lower FPS with these fights was so fucking good. Like, especially when the hand member's fighting and he uses the baton and it fucking breaks like on fucking Peter's arm and shit. That was so fucking good.
And the organic webbing not being able to or being able to bypass the weapons that they were using on him.
Yeah. And then what else? I do love how, like, because his wrists like get bigger, they like just fucking completely bump off the fucking the mechanical web shooters. That was so cool.
Oh, I thought that was just because like Pete shot the webs and they were like,
no, I think I want to say his wrist got bigger. I mean, I just think that like it makes sense because like the web's coming out and it's like, oh shit.
I don't know.
You ever had your wrist get bigger?
Not like that.
You never had your wrist throb?
No. Oh.
You're not a real Spider-Man.
Bro.
You're fake.
Two things. One, I love that the gagging bit. It was very funny. He's like, this is fucking disgusting. But also
call it back to the last movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Peter 2 had this.
Yeah, cool. Actually, I'm very happy with that because I did. I was worried at one point that it was just gonna kind of be like, oh, like they kind of ignore him meeting the other versions.
Yeah.
But they, obviously they didn't do that. But Torn, we made the right decision.
What?
I saw a tweet saying that like they liked the movie, but they didn't feel none of the moments in the movie felt exciting because they put them all in the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, we made the right decision only watching the first couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Sony, man, they always do this shit, man.
That's why I just like after the first like trailer or two, I just like stopped watching because they kept releasing shit, and like anytime like discussing film would like post on them, just like scrolling past it.
Yeah.
And then like I was watching a video, and you know how like it auto scrolls. I saw like the frame of when they're in the DODC center where like Hulk like slams Spider-Man. I saw that one bit and I just scrolled past. I was like, bro, and, like, that was on Monday, bro. So someone was like recording that shit on Monday in the fucking theater or like an early screening for sure. And I was like, bro, I was gonna text you, but I was like, I just forgot. But I was like, bro, like y'all are fucking bold for doing that shit already. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's insane.
But yeah, no, I had to stop watching that shit.
Yeah, well, now we're free.
How'd you feel about Florence Pugh?
Oh, well, okay, two things. One, I love Florence Pugh. She's always, I'll never get tired of seeing Yelena in these movies. Two, she's in it way more than I thought she was.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was going to be like a gag because there was the rumors that they see each other naked. And then I thought it was going to be like her recruiting him or trying to at least at the end. But that didn't happen. And she was just like, he just has a connection with her through because they're superhero stuff or whatever, and just as a contact to get information and stuff like that. I love the small callback joke where he's getting information from Yelena and she's like, this is, oh, my dog's barking. Or no, he's not, he's growling. But she's like, oh yeah, this is like what you're doing is like small potatoes. The new Avengers is like, big stuff, which is like a mini callback to Homecoming where Stark was like, yeah, this is a bit below the Avengers pay grade. But then the Punisher goes there with the Hulk stare, and he's like, what are you doing here? This is below your pay grade, bro. That's the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Punisher was so good at this. He was like, oh shit. And just his stupid ass fucking grunts, man. And I love the small like glimpse of like, I guess I don't even know what to call it, because again it felt very natural and very connected with all the other stuff. But when MJ was like, oh, is this your family, he was like don't fucking talk about my family. Let me tell you something. He did tell him something.
Mm-hmm.
He did tell him something.
Good luck with him, Peter,
bro.
That shit was so funny as hell, bro.
Oh man, yeah, John Bernthal was really good in this. I love the section at the end where they're in Peter's mind, and they have that moment with Aunt May. Good way, very good way to bring her back.
Yeah.
So I like that. But then when his spider sense is going off, but it's like it's interacting with his mindscape,
yeah,
and it's like the hallway, and then there's the flash. That I thought that was very, very well done.
I also like how they did the I knew they were gonna do the iconic like comic page of a Punisher bringing in Spider-Man in the hospital.
I can't believe they cut out Claire Temple, man. What a disappointment.
That's crazy.
That's the worst part about the movie, and it's not even in the movie. Worst part about the movie is they didn't add that part in the movie. I thought like it would have been a good, like, because she is familiar with the world, and she would have helped conceal his identity. It's a smart I'm so curious why they. And the thing is, we won't be able to see it in a deleted scene because the way it works, if they release it in a deleted scene, they have to pay her, and I doubt they want to do that. So that's it's unfortunate.
What'd you think about the when Peter's having the ultra heightened senses, it like does like the flashing bits?
Does the flashing? Oh, yes, I did like that. I thought that was
pretty good.
Well. How'd you feel about the end title sequences?
Need more of that, bro.
It felt so just quaint.
It's just so simple.
Yeah, it's just like New York.
Now, the thing is, at the end of the trilogy, we need to go do that again, but with all Spider-Man different places of Spider-Man, like murals and stuff like that. That'd be really cool to see. But I like that.
How'd you feel about the post-credit scene?
Yeah, man, I fucking love seeing Pascal pictures on the end. You want to know what's also funny about this movie?
It's still produced by Avengenerds.
I don't give a fuck about him. He'll be taken care of soon. By what I mean by that is that just let him do his thing.
If he dies soon, this is gonna be insane.
That's no.
Yep, it's gonna be your fault.
It's not.
It's your fault. A man is dead. Maybe
that's not.
It's your fault. That was not a threat because you said that.
I'm just saying.
No one said it was a threat, but I'm just saying if he does die soon,
no,
people are going to be looking at you.
Anyways, Scorpion, not as villainy as I thought he would be, which is funny. He was like actually, not as villainy as I thought he would be, but it was so pretty cool to see him. Haven't seen him since like 2016.
I like the bit where he was like, "Oh, Spider-Man, where am I?
Spider-Man?
It's Spider-Man."
Remember when the helicopter, where like they're taking him up, and the fucking Jean Grey little fucking, and that guy's body gives him like kind of like a smirk. And Scorpion's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. He's like, he was just shitting on me. What is this guy's problem?
Exactly. But what else? It's another part about this film. I can't get over the web swinging sequences. The wide shots as well.
If
POV shots.
If I could complain about something, no final swing.
No. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Okay.
I'm sure there's other like previous Spider-Man parallels that I either missed or just didn't think of.
I like the anger bit reminds me of Spider-Man 3.
Which bit?
Where he's after like where he's done like fighting Scorpion, but it's actually but he figures out it's Jean Grey and gets like all mad and he's like, "Who are you?" Like, you know, the anger just reminds me of Spider-Man 3. Actually, you know, I can make another video about me. I can shit talk to people who thought that the eyes turning black was symbiote. Idiots. Crazy work. I think I have nothing else to say about this movie. I'm still thinking about it.
But the post-credit scene though.
Yeah, I love seeing Columbia pictures.
Bro, come on.
Yes, the post-credit scene. Multiversal stuff going on. What do you think it is, huh?
I think it's either Spidey is teleported in space somewhere, or it's Toby.
Yeah, could be. And definitely know it's Secret War stuff.
This is definitely one of those movies where we're gonna stop and we're like, shit, we didn't talk. Punisher's in the stupid Spider-Man mask going.
I thought you were referencing that earlier.
Nah, that's when he was shooting the Hulk.
Oh yeah. You think that what do you think? So, you know, Peter visits Ned and MJ. Or actually, no. He visits Ned at the store, at the little bodega, and he's like, "Hi, like, you know, I'm Peter." And then they do the handshake, and he's like, "Peter, do you think he knows?"
I assume he's like, "Oh, Peter," because he knows Peter is Spider-Man's name. I don't think he remembered because like why would he remember after we just established with MJ that she doesn't?
Well, I mean, that dude has a line of magic in his family.
He do got magic.
So maybe, hey, look, man, I'm just saying, maybe he wasn't affected by the spell. I mean, also the CEO of Sex he's not really affected by much things, you know. When you're CEO, you're busy and you got a lot of things on your mind. Maybe he just didn't know. He didn't remember the spell. It didn't affect him. I'm just saying a bunch of bullshit. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I thought that, like, at that bodega he was gonna meet Gwen Stacy. I don't know.
No. Oh, I did think it was funny. He like essentially moved because that girl was like, "Oh, I think we're neighbors." He's like,
he's like, uh-huh. Are you wearing my shirt? No. The little elevator bit. It's fucking crazy. Bro's wearing a crop top.
He looked good in it though. Oh, they were slutting that dude out. This movie, bro.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude, like, bro was like shirtless like all the time.
And also,
sure.
Oh, you know what I love about this movie? I would love for someone to like watch it with and bring a stopwatch. He was in the mask a lot, which I loved.
Yeah, even Punisher calls him out for it. So you can't even take off the damn mask and drink a cup of coffee. The mask stays on at all times. The dude Punisher loves his coffee, bro.
He calls him Goofy. I love them. But yeah, I mean, is that it?
I think that's it. We gotta see this movie again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, one more thing. I love how they refer to Yelena as Black Widow.
Oh yeah,
really good stuff.
Torn, what'd you watch this week? And by you, I mean we.
Watched Odyssey.
Yeah, we watched the Odyssey.
So you watched it in IMAX.
Yes.
And I watched it in IMAX 70mm.
Yeah, because you're privileged.
I'm not privileged.
Yeah, you're privileged, bro.
Hell no. But it was
surprised
it was
worked.
Great seeing. Yeah, I'm surprised it worked too. And because it worked for the whole 3 hours, because before the Odyssey they showed a teaser, or like it was like a 4-minute clip of Dune Part 3. Bro, I can't that movie is gonna be crazy. Just like the clip alone was like insane.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see it, bro. Spoilers.
Yeah. But I
would have closed my eyes and put my fingers in my ears and went la 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 while it was gone.
You're crazy. But what I said about the Odyssey was that I'm not gonna get too much into it, but this was an absolute spectacle, especially in IMAX 70mm. If you know the Odyssey, you pretty much know what you're getting into with the story. But it felt astonishing seeing this in the theater. The cast is stellar, which is not surprising considering the amount of big name actors in it. But the standouts to me were Robert Pattinson and surprisingly John Leguizamo. Don't gotta say too much about Nolan either, but we know how the GOAT is. I have also been seeing a lot of criticism with Odyssey. Obviously, I'm not gonna get into all the hateful shit about, you know, Lupita Nyong'o and Elliot Page.
Gross.
But in terms of the actual story that people are saying, is that the Odyssey itself, you know, the poem, it's a very fantastical story, but it's also like, you know, the hero's journey and everything.
Torn, I'm happy you're here. Because I'm happy you're here because I gotta ask you, were you taught the Odyssey in school?
I believe so. I did actually. Well, because here's the thing. Because I do remember in 7th grade we had a Greek mythology, like, I was gonna call it a phase. Yeah, I was like in the curriculum.
But the Odyssey would be English because it's fiction.
Is it fiction?
Yes, it's fiction. Come on, man. Fuck
no, that's not fiction.
But like, I don't think I was taught the Odyssey, and I keep people saying like, oh, this is like people who are like upset about spoilers, like, oh, this is like taught this shit in 2nd grade, bro. What are you fucking? And then like our friend Josh was like saying like he was taught. I don't remember being taught this at all. I don't know if it was just the specific schools I went to and their curriculum, or because I don't know if I was an AP or not an AP. I honestly can't remember. But like, I don't think I was taught the Odyssey. I feel like I just missed out on that chunk of education, and like it wasn't like a lack of like me not paying attention, because I was like, I mean, I was goody two shoes in school. Like I was focusing and shit.
Were you?
I was, yeah. I stopped focusing after high school.
Yeah.
You know, the part where you should probably focus more, I stopped focusing.
Yeah, I agree. I see, the thing is, I remember reading the Odyssey like when I was young.
What?
But
like in school or on your own time?
Probably on my own time.
What?
But also because I was learning so much about Greek mythology, I think it's just like a matter of like I knew what the story was going. Also, like I read a lot of Percy Jackson, and that also helps a lot. But the actual wait, I remember it wasn't the entire book, but it was excerpts from the Odyssey that I remember in actual school. I remember like vaguely maybe getting taught like about the Trojan War and like the Iliad, but Odyssey, yeah. I have zero recollection of anything about the story being taught to me in school. I just remember. I remember it was like it was very on and off for school, but I remember reading about it like just on my own time, like just because I was in that phase. I was a little. Whenever I was hyper fixated on something that didn't have to do with me studying for school, I would be going into it. But
maybe it's because like me personally, I don't care much for Greek mythology.
Damn.
I love Norse mythology.
Yeah, it's ass.
No, it's not. But
yeah, it is.
But like, do you remember that whole trend like a year or 2-3 years ago, or when we were like, oh, all men think about is the Roman Empire?
Yeah.
I was like, do they? And I guess maybe that's true, since everyone seems to know about the Odyssey except me. I didn't get the man memo about Romans and shit. I've never been more disconnected from being a man in my life. I was like, what did I miss? What happened?
Yeah. But what you call it? So go back to what I was saying, is that a lot of people have, the complaints of this movie that I've been hearing is that, obviously when you're as big as you are, when it comes to being Christopher Nolan, you're going to get a lot of pushback. And I've been seeing a lot of the pushback ever since Oppenheimer came out. It's just people not liking Nolan and the way he conducts his films. So the one thing I heard about the Odyssey is that with the Odyssey being, the poem, women are a very strong, integral part of this. And it feels like, they were shoved aside, which it doesn't necessarily bother me, but I see where people are coming from. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me so much, as I know what Nolan's intentions were. He wanted to make this more of an epic for sure. Another thing that I heard about the Odyssey was that, it's like, I mean, there's a lot of characters in it for sure, but Achilles isn't in it, and a lot of people were mad about that. And then
doesn't Achilles die?
What? Achilles doesn't die in the Odyssey.
No, in the Iliad.
No, he doesn't die.
Yes, he does, because Achilles shows up at the dead people place.
No. Yes, he's alive. He's alive.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Okay, bro. Have a good day,
like Achilles
man.
There, not but in the movie, like Sinon.
Yeah. Sinon is there.
He's not
Sinon
in the Odyssey in the original text.
He is.
I wonder if that's where the confusion came from, that Elliot Page was playing Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles was there, bro. In the Odyssey.
Yeah, in the dead people bit.
No.
Oh my God.
He's alive. I love rage baiting. But yeah, no, that was another thing that a lot of people were upset about. But one thing that I also have been seeing is that one thing I will say is that they're not liking that Christopher Nolan reduced the gods as like just natural disasters, and they weren't as prevalent as they were.
Oh, I really like that, because it felt like
I like that too. It's more
up for interpretation, because I almost said Achilles because we're talking about Odysseus. He's always talking about like your gods and stuff like that. He seemingly isn't a religious man, and it's sort of up in the air whether he even believes in them or not. He talks to Athena, but like he could just be tripping,
Yeah, exactly. It's also the thing about Athena is that like Athena is more of like a specter in this film, but also Athena is played by a person that when Odysseus is recapping to Penelope, it's like someone that is a reminder of like how evil the Trojan War was,
Yeah. Also, and I wasn't 100% on the Zendaya casting. I mean, she's good, but it sort of felt like she was like in Dune Part 1, where she was just like standing there. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, so is this just Zendaya's thing? She stands there for a bit.
She stands there, but she actually has more to do in this film.
and then the reveal at the end. I'm spoiling this, I don't care. The reveal at the end where it's revealed that again, up for interpretation, like, is that Athena, is that Athena, number one? Is that Athena showing herself as that girl to fuck with Odysseus, or was like, because there's a running theme of like, oh, the gods disguise themselves as real people,
and like it shows like the back and forth when they cut off Athena's head in Troy, which I liked, but some people were really upset about how like the gods were portrayed. And then also the last thing that I will say, and I disagree with this, because we kind of do see it like a little bit, and it's kind of portrayed throughout the movie, but people were not a fan of how this was portrayed, because they felt like he lacked like emotion, and like didn't really feel guilty for what he was doing. But like I said, I disagree with that.
I think that's kind of fair, but
yeah, well, I would say I disagree to an extent.
Yeah, I think it's less. I think it's clear that he just wants to get home.
Yeah,
and then of course with all the stuff with what's her name? Charlize Theron's character. Yeah, Calypso. It's, I mean, that part, is just straight up not his fault. But I kind of understand when he actually gets back to Ithaca. He's not like, oh, I'm so sorry, but like it's also, he wants to blend in. So I don't know.
Yeah, he wants to blend in, but also it's one of those things to where he definitely feels guilty, because he feels guilty to an extent that's being portrayed in this film, like due to like, when he's talking to Tiresias and Sinon for in the Hades bit.
Great
but
sequence.
Also that was fucking awesome. That was fucking insane. But also just during the fact that like the recap as well was showing that too, and that little turnaround and everything, and it was just like, man, it's like the fuck going on. But the one review that I saw was like, man, this is just like another Christopher Nolan movie, to see how much money he can waste by having really expensive IMAX cameras, and see how many buildings he can explode on a set, because it's all practical. And I'm like, damn, bro, it's fucking crazy.
Wasting money is nuts.
Motherfuckers can't have passion no more.
The real money waster is doing everything in post, and then they finish the effects, and then them going, nah, I don't like it, do it again.
Yeah, I don't like it, finish the shit in a week.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it looks like bad, it looks like ass. Yeah, you're fired.
I don't like the color on those little ghostly blasts. Do them again, different color.
It's like yeah, you know what, let's get another 8 VFX teams and let's fire him after this movie.
Yeah. But yeah, sure, Nolan's wasting money.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But I don't know, like I said, I think the Odyssey was great. I really, really enjoyed it. Like I said, the cast is great. You know, everyone from Tom Holland to Corey Hawkins and Robert Pattinson and John Leguizamo, Zendaya and Charlie. You know, the cast is amazing.
Yeah. You mind if I read my review?
Yeah, go for it.
I said this film, I gave it 4 stars. You gave it 5. I said this film definitely warrants a rewatch. I felt the first act of the film was very choppy and weirdly paced. But once the Cyclops hits and beyond, it's a stunning piece of work from Nolan. I didn't love it as much as Oppenheimer, though that's an extremely high bar for me. I don't know the story of the Odyssey, so I pretty much went in blind, and I thought it was very compelling and makes me want to delve more into that mythology. And with that, I can't exactly speak to the film as an adaptation, though I will say there was stuff in this film, mythological stuff outside of the Cyclops, that completely surprised me and wasn't expecting out of Nolan. I'm particularly talking about the Cersei bit. That shit was nuts.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the Cersei bit was really good, but like that's the thing, dude. Like when I was like in Greek mythology class, or at least learning about it, I just like all those gods and everything. I just knew what was going on. That's also kind of where I knew what the story was going. And also, like I said, like it helps that like I watched Percy Jackson, I read those books and everything. But like I saw the Cyclops, and I was like, yeah, I knew he's gonna do something with the Cyclops. And then they're doing the thing where, yeah, like, you know, you upset a son of Poseidon because the gods get freaky like that. You know, they're freaks.
Yeah. So many children.
Those motherfuckers are the breed machines. But then I don't remember the name of the island that they went where they got ambushed. Those 8 foot tall fucking freaks.
Oh yeah,
that shit scared the shit out of me.
That sequence was really cool, and the tree started moving, bro.
The tree started. Yeah, I knew that, bro. Dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, but like. They like make the trees make like a cage, and the fucking like the guards pull up and they start stabbing people through the trees back and forth. But it's just it's so funny, bro. They're throwing people on the trees and everything. It's so crazy. But I feel bad for one of the guys, one of the soldiers. I forget his name. I'm just gonna call him Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
But like, yeah, dude, like you just feel bad because it's like, man, like where we go to now? Yeah, we're gonna go this way, and it's like, oh man, more people are gonna get killed. And this is like, yeah, let's go here. I bet he's like, fuck. All right, I guess we're gonna have to go on another adventure.
It is. I saw a lot of people who didn't like it. But at the same, I mean, it's also just like the story of the Odyssey. So if you don't like it, you kind of just don't like this aspect of the Odyssey. But it is also pretty funny how they just keep getting tossed into islands, and then a bunch of people start dying. They're like, get back to the boat, get back to the boat, and they do it like 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. Also knew like one of my favorite sequences. It was so funny because it kind of just got me in a funny way. But seeing like Charybdis and Scylla, that was so funny because we were just getting snatched up by tentacles.
Yeah. Oh, but the Cersei bit, like you can like tell it's practical, but I also can't. I'm also like, how did they do that? They
probably did like a lot of. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of prosthetics.
Yeah, prosthetics, but they also, I think Tom Holland said they they specifically made a prosthetic that she could like mold. Like I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sometimes they do that with they can do it with gelatin. They can do it with latex. I believe polymethylene.
Bro's an expert.
So, well, my friend's in special effects, so I know some of this shit.
The only part I felt like it was maybe CG was when she reached down the dude's throat.
No, that was a dummy. I was there on set.
It was a dummy that was modified with CG. The Cyclops, who I keep seeing like, oh, did you know the Cyclops is 100% practical? No, it wasn't.
No, it's not, bro.
I hate that shit, bro. I hate it.
Well, actually, no. Christopher Nolan went to that island and he just casted him.
It was like, hey, excuse me, Mr. Cyclops, sir. Do you know Nolan used no CGI in this section of... Yes, he did. Jesus, fuck. I hate that shit, man. I hate it.
But I don't think I really have any more to say about the Odyssey. Oh, when Corey Hawkins died, I was so happy. Polybus, the one where like you don't know Corey Hawkins, the black guy, the goatee, the mustache. He kept shit. He was like with Robert Pattinson the entire time.
Oh yes.
When he died, I was so happy.
Oh yeah, he got kirked.
Oh. Oh my god. Biblical kirkification's crazy.
I'm gonna finish my review. The cast was superb, but the obvious standout is Matt Damon, who gives a career best performance. Anne Hathaway was magnificent when she was on screen, and Tom Holland will impress many who have only seen him play Spider-Man. Robert Pattinson, John Leguizamo, Elliot Page were all fantastic. Need I go on? I'm hoping on a rewatch that my issues with the first act subside and my score will go up, but as of now it stays at a 4, still a top 5 Nolan film. Our friend Josh, who agreed with me about the pacing on that the first section, did feel like it subsided on a rewatch, so I'm very curious to see if I agree.
Yeah, because it really just drops you into the action. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm seeing Trojan horse. Stop. People are dying. Hold on.
There's so much like to the Odyssey, the original text, that like, how was this film shorter than Oppenheimer?
Yeah,
it's only by a few minutes, but still. But yeah, and I also put in my review, I almost forgot to mention the final line, chills, where he's like people are gonna forget the lessons we learned and are like doomed to repeat it, essentially was what he was saying. And I agree with a lot of people who are saying that in many ways this feels like a sequel to Oppenheimer.
Yeah, like a spiritual successor to Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. Oppenheimer was about the creation of a extremely deadly weapon that could destroy the world, and then in this, it's not a weapon per se, but more of an understanding of Zeus's law, breaking that law, and essentially, destroying what their world was, and living with that. I thought is an incredible sentiment, and also very, very true. And I love Oppenheimer. It's a great movie, man. Yeah, I'm expecting this, hopefully on a rewatch, to go up to like a 4.5. I don't want to. I'm doubtful it's going to go to a 5. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's still it's still top 5 Nolan. It's better than Tenet. It's better than The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
But is it better than The Dark Knight?
Is the Odyssey better than The Dark Knight?
Yeah, is the Odyssey better than The Dark Knight?
I'd say so, but don't let Twitter hear you say that.
Bold words. Bold words.
We know how I feel with The Dark Knight.
But is it better than Interstellar?
Oh, fuck no.
Good answer. Is it better than The Prestige? No.
Is Oppenheimer better than The Prestige?
Yeah.
No. I just like, because I like magic a lot more than
Interesting.
mythology.
You gave The Prestige 4 stars.
Yeah, but also The Prestige wasn't in IMAX 70mm, so I kind of gave it a little edge. So
your real rating is a 4.5
for The Prestige?
No, for Oppenheimer, or for the Odyssey.
Yeah, I think I was just able to find. I think like I said, giving it the 5-star was like, man, I was able to see it in IMAX 70mm.
Man, that theater experience really sways you, doesn't it?
I love the theater, bro. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably drop it to like a 4.5, because people kept getting up during the movie.
The Odyssey?
Well, yes, bro. People don't know how to fucking sit the fuck down.
Huh.
Motherfuckers want to be getting drinks and shit and like getting that popcorn and shit. Like, bro, like, if you don't go do that shit before I don't know. I'll get into it off the air. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right. Obsession?
Yes. Yeah, what a fucking loser, dude.
I know, right? Like, just
getting
just be with him, man.
Okay, bro.
Bitches are crazy, dude.
That's insane.
Bro, she was leading him on.
Imagine being so much of a fucking pussy that you can't even tell your crush that you like her. But then not only that, you fucking take away her autonomy because you're a fucking loser. I'm glad that I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for him to shoot himself. I was waiting for him to do it. But overall, the movie's great. Is her last name pronounced Neverready or Neverett?
I think it's Navarette.
Neverett, Indy Neverett.
Oh, she's Latina, so maybe there's an accent.
We knew.
Navarette. No, that's Italian.
We knew her acting capabilities in Superman and Lois, but I better see her career flourish more after this movie, which it will. I just want to see it in real time. But yeah, man, that the acting from Indy Neverready was great. Had me on my feet, bro. Anytime I'm watching a movie at home and I'm like, oh, I'm watching a horror movie, I'm just walking around, bro, because I'm just like, what's gonna happen? One thing that I will say that people have been saying is that the movie was predictable, and I think that's a really dumb complaint to me. I don't think a predictable movie makes a movie bad, but
yeah, I would say as long as it's executed well, I don't.
Yeah, as long as I was like, because I knew what was gonna happen for some parts, just because like when you see so many movies, it's like it's bound to happen. But it was so cool. I think the scariest moment of the film for me is like when Bear's sleeping and he gets woken up and you see her in the corner and she's all white in the face. Dude, that's fucking freaky as shit. That dude Bear's a fucking freak, bro.
Yeah, weirdly. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this. That part didn't freak me out as much as her
reversing in time.
Yeah, creepy fucking walking backwards and shit, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard someone say that wasn't the original plan for her to move like that. It was because Indy had like a broken like a torn tendon or something like that.
Ooh.
And so they had to do it. She had a torn ACL. That's what it was.
What the hell?
Yeah, and just goes to show that sometimes the best choices come out of creative restraint, which I agree with. That part I was like, no, that was to be honest, I wasn't. The movie wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that bit was a big no for me.
No, dude, that's insane.
The bit, even though it was like, again, we're spoiling this. The bit that was like funny but also tragic was when the dude was like, I wish for $1 billion.
Yeah,
and the money just starts pouring down.
Dude's like, no, it's like screaming. But also Bear's I hate Bear, bro. That dude's an asshole. Dude had a baddie in front of him and still was going for Nikki, bro. But also Sarah's kind of stupid too. Bro saw that she was stabbing her fucking head and still wanted to text Bear at 3 a.m. to link.
Yeah.
Crazy work. But poor Nikki, man. She like shat on herself and pissed on herself, bro. And threw up on herself. Dude, that's fucking disgusting. I feel bad.
Yeah, shit's disgusting.
That's just crazy as fuck. I really like the use of like the use of shadows in this film. That was really good. And also seeing like the glint in her eye when like she's like when it's the demon. I was not expecting real Nikki to speak to him.
That was cool.
That was nice. I
really liked that.
And that whole the whole moment, like where it's dude. I mean, obviously the fucking victim here is Nikki because like she's like kill me. Like I do not want to do this. And dude's like, what's so bad about being with me? And then she's like, I was never with you. It's like, yeah, that dude's a fucking loser. But yeah, no, that was I don't know. I don't really have too much to say about this movie. Wait, what did I say in my review?
You gave it a 5 out of 5, didn't you?
I think I did. That's like really good filmmaking. Lots of 5s I've been giving. I said an uncomfortable, thrilling, and satisfyingly chaotic watch. Obsession is an indie horror powerhouse excelling with outstanding performances and masterful writing. I've known about Indy Neverett from Superman and Lois, and while she does great in the show, the range of her abilities as an actress impressed me. I'm very glad this movie is receiving so much success, and it's a reminder of how dominant the horror genre is.
Yeah, I said, I don't know if I've ever seen a horror movie that makes you feel bad for the quote unquote antagonist. She was a victim, Torn. I don't know if you picked up on that, but she was actually a victim.
Yeah, I agree.
Wasn't as scary as I was expecting. I was mostly spooked by the freaky ass body movements, but the true horror of this film isn't in its visuals, but its themes. The sprinkled in breakthrough moments of Nikki's character are what truly make this film special, and the ending just crushes you. More tragedy than horror, I suppose. Despite enjoying Indy Neverett as an actress in Superman and Lois, she's truly a revelation in this. If Amy Madigan can win an Oscar for Weapons, then Indy should at least get a nomination for Obsession.
Yeah, I agree. It is definitely, I mean, if someone were to say that this, I actually did hear someone say that this is like their top 3 like most like tragic endings of a horror film next to The Mist. And I was like, I can agree with that.
It's rough. It's one thing that like if they all died, but the fact that she's left alone, like, and like, I mean, it's either if she doesn't kill herself, she's going to jail for life. Like it's so fucked up. It is so fucking crazy. But yeah, no, really, really great stuff. Well, I'm glad that it was able to be released on Peacock. Oh yeah, one of the most profitable movies ever made.
Yep,
insane.
$700,000 budget,
almost unheard of nowadays.
I know. You see indie filmmakers. See what happens when you actually want to make a film.
People are crying like, oh, Indy Neverett only made like what, $25,000,
$20,000 on a $700,000 budget. That's not even that bad.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, why didn't she get paid more, bro? What are we, bro? I hate motherfuckers who talk out of their ass, man. What do you think residuals are? People make me want to lose. Oh my god.
What do you think residuals are? And then also like
I mean, she could get a bonus, I guess.
Bro, also like, bro, $20,000 is like a down payment on like a house. $20,000 is a car. Like $20,000 is a lot of money, especially for like an acting role, you know.
Yeah,
for,
but like the amount of shit she'll probably get from this.
Exactly, the amount of
like she's gonna be a fucking hot commodity, man.
Yeah, the $20,000 leads into millions. Like that's fucking light work.
But I've been thinking for a while, like all these movies with like these fucking bloated ass budgets and shit. Like, I mean, part of the reason is these like producers like pay themselves essentially, but also like, why are we paying actors so much money, man? They do not need $20 million.
Yeah,
they're standing on an X and saying some lines, man. They do not need all that money.
Yeah, there's someone I have in mind for that.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
it ain't just him though. I mean, he obviously gets paid a lot, but like Scarlett Johansson is one of the highest paid actresses ever. Like Chris Evans is still getting a shit ton of money.
Yep.
Like less than RDJ, sure, but he's still getting a gross amount. Like imagine if like in these big budget movies, instead of getting paid $10 million, they get paid like $2 million, which is still more than fucking enough, man. Like you're all getting paid this much due to your shit spending habits.
Yeah.
I've always thought like if I was a big name actor, which would never happen, but if I was, I would either take a pay cut, because I don't even know what I would do with all that, man. I would either take a pay cut, or because the likelihood is they're just going to put that money in other places that don't need to be put. I would take the money, but I would put it in other stuff, or I'd pay for shit myself, Keanu Reeves style. Hate that shit, man. Why are they getting paid so much? Man, how do they make this super profitable movie for only $700,000? Maybe because they put the money where it needed to go. I don't know. Anyway,
that's true.
What else did you watch?
I watched The Furious, which is a Hong Kong action thriller, martial arts thriller film. Really great stuff. At first I thought it was an Indonesian film, but it's not. It does have Indonesian martial artists, one of them being Joe Taslim. If you don't know who Joe Taslim is, he's very famous from The Raid, and he's also in Mortal Kombat as Sub-Zero.
Oh.
And Bihan Sub-Zero / Noob Saibot. But I said, I'm so glad to have finally watched this after seeing the trailer before release. The Furious features some of the best hand-to-hand combat we've seen in recent times. All the fight scenes were intense and electrifying, which made the movie much more satisfying. And I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's also one of the things to where there are some people that like, it's one of those things where if you watch like a lot of like martial arts films, you just can automatically see like, you're just like, hey, I know this person, you know, like I mean, kind of like any other movie, but it's really just nice seeing that from like a martial arts perspective. But the movie itself, it's about a guy who tries to rescue his daughter after being kidnapped by child traffickers, and Joe Taslim plays a detective who lost his wife during the trying to find the same child trafficker. So it just has like this like little buddy cop dynamic duo with like, martial arts action, and it's really good. It's really chill. I really like it a lot. Still want to make a martial arts movie one day. Hopefully one day it'll happen.
If you do, can I help with fight choreography?
Yes, you can.
I've always wanted to do that.
You're gonna be in the film actually, and we're gonna fucking fight each other.
We gotta lose weight, man.
We
don't
need to lose weight. We can fight as big boys. I just know that you'll fucking kick me in the face.
Like on accident?
Nah, I just feel like you have the capability to fucking kick someone really hard.
I could absolutely kick you in the face.
Yeah, we'll work on this. The next movie I watched was Backrooms. I finally got the chance to watch this, and this was one of my most anticipated projects of the year. Backrooms manages to capture the eerie vibe of a liminal creepypasta mixed with 90s nostalgia. I love the cinematography and how we see the first-person POV. The different camera changes enhance the tone and overall feeling of the story, as well as making the viewer feel how massive and terrifying the backrooms are. I thought the leads were fine, and I feel like I couldn't connect with them as much as I wanted to. But I think obviously the best performance is Chiwetel Ejiofor. Lastly, I just wish there was more to the story. It kind of just feels like it wanted to be more, but nonetheless, I think the movie is solid. Now, I do know that there's going to be a director's cut of the Backrooms, so hopefully that expands like in movie fashion what the Backrooms are or whatever. But
I doubt it.
It's also kind of hard to explain what the Backrooms are and go into that lore, just because like the Backrooms like mythos has been a thing for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is I feel like in terms of explaining the movie, it's as Backrooms as you can get. Like, I feel like just the way it's being portrayed is done really, really well in the story. I mean, Kane Parsons, the director, he's basically created the web series and expanded the lore for like years and years on end since he was like 13. So the dude's been at it for like a while. But I really like how it was done from a set design and in that point of view. And also, like I said, that the characters are just there. But I think that there's gonna be there might be talks for a sequel, I believe. I hope there is, because like this was like really cool. But yeah, no, I mean I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty fun. But I just don't understand I just don't understand why there weren't floating heads. I don't get it, man.
I don't know anything about the Backrooms, so I'm really curious if I watch it.
Know?
No, because if I want to go in blind just to see, like, because I know some people's complaints are hinging on the original shorts and stuff. So with me having zero knowledge of any of that, I wonder if I'll like it more or have less care for that kind of shit. I don't know.
I mean, like, I think for me, when it comes to the Backrooms, I mean, I've seen like the Backroom stuff, and I've been in the conversations, like I've been on the forums and stuff discussing the Backrooms. I wasn't on 4chan, But I'm just saying, like, I've discussed the backrooms and stuff like that. But since there's so much lore about it, it's just one of those things to where how it's explained, or at least what they're trying to explain and convey, works for that specific movie. Because, like I said, the backrooms in and of itself is just a space, like a liminal space that extends forever. But I think, like I said, the reason why I think it works in this movie is because the backrooms is like a way to showcase the trauma between those two characters. Like, and it's like just it plays a part without it just being like just a space, you know. And like also in the movie and in the lore, you know, there's a government facility that's like trying to figure out what the backrooms are, and you know once you watch the film. But I think it's fine. I think it's a good starting point, you know. The last film that I recently watched was Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. Shit was fun, right?
It's a fun movie. I liked it. We are on the same sentiment of that. We love Travis Knight and we feel bad for him because he directs really great childhood properties.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
You did not.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, who would?
Some people would.
Insane. I think that's too high.
Come on, man.
But like, you know, Travis Knight, with him having a great vision for these properties, he never gets a chance to direct a sequel. And this is a great movie that came out like too late. Like, I think if it released like literally in the early 2010s, it would have been like well received. Well, way received better. But I said in my review, like, I was never too big of He-Man, but was super curious to see how this was done. Masters of the Universe managed to capture the essence of the classic 80s cartoon, bringing a whimsical feeling from Saturday morning television. The movie is also vibrant and provided some stylistic fight sequences. However, I found the film generic and overly comedic, which is understandable, but I guess it is the case when dealing with Amazon. The cast was solid, but Jared Leto played a really great Skeletor, which is surprisingly a highlight of the film for me. Overall, this movie was fun, but I wish I liked it more. And then I was talking about Travis Knight in another mini paragraph. But I gave it a 3 out of 5, so basically a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 3.5, but my real score is a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with this. And unfortunately, Jared Leto was quite good, bro. When he's like in his head and he's like in HR or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "What is this?" And then he like grabs him and he's talking about like, "With your big long sword between your glorious thighs." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude's a freak.
He is a freak. I love that shit. What I love about I mean, I don't know too much about He-Man, but what I do like about He-Man is that it's pretty fucking gay, dude. It's pretty fucking gay. But you have these fucking dorks who grew up with it who do not understand any of that, going, "Why are they making He-Man gay?" Like, you're dumb as shit, bro. You're dumb as shit. It's like the people who grew up with like glam rock, the gayest thing you'll ever see, being homophobic. Like, have you seen Kiss, bro? That shit's gay, bro. That shit's gay. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Masters of the Universe. Good stuff.
That's all that I watched.
It is it?
Yes.
Torn, I watched The Sheep Detectives.
The Sheep Detectives. How was that?
Bro, it's a movie directed by the guy who did the Minions movie, Torn. And to that I say, get these directors out of Minions prison, bro. But bro's forced to make Minions movies when he could have been making shit like this, bro. This shit was delightful. In my review, I said Knives Out for kids, complimentary. I was like, this is cute as fuck. The twist was obvious, but that's okay. Sort of like we were saying earlier, you know, it was predictable, but like, I don't give a shit. It was done well. It was just really fun. Like it's clearly like, this is like a family kids movie just done really, really well. It doesn't feel like overly kids slop. I hate using that word, but I used it. But like, there's also like there's moments for adults, and there's some imagery that like is legitimately like could be like frightening to a kid. The whole movie sort of hinges on like, you know, the idea of death and stuff like that. I thought it was very, very good and well done. I watched They Will Kill You, which we remember seeing the trailers for in theaters, and we were like, that shit looks gas. And then of course we never saw it. But it's on, I forgot what it was on. It might be on Peacock or HBO Max. But no, it's not on Peacock. It's on HBO, I'm pretty sure. But unfortunately, I didn't love it. I said this was unfortunately a pretty mixed bag for me. I remember being quite excited by the trailer, but the film left a lot to be desired. The action is great, but the story felt shallow. The camera work and stylization is clearly inspired by many things, namely some of Sam Raimi's camera work, but especially Kill Bill. But rather than feeling like a fun blend and an homage, it just felt disjointed. It got better as it went along, though, and felt at its best when embracing some of its wackier elements. And like there's some like moments where it's like they're clearly like harkening back to like some certain genre of film, but they only do it like twice and they don't like keep it, so it just feels like they're doing it for no reason. Unfortunately it just didn't really work for me. And the story was just it just wasn't there for me, unfortunately. I do still think it's like worth watching. Like I think you would at least you get something out of it, you know. But unfortunately I did not love it. Of course I watched Obsession, The Odyssey. Oh yeah. Actually, you know, I'll start with this. I watched Avatar: Fire and Ass, the newest film in the Avatar franchise, the James Cameron Avatar franchise. And, you know, this one, it was a mixed bag before, after it was released. I saw a lot of people loving it, saying it was the best one. I saw a lot of people saying that, like, oh, it's just a rehash of literally the second one, which we got not even that long ago. And I fall with the latter crowd. I said I definitely liked it more than the first one, which I still think is painfully average. But it really does retread what they just did in the second one, so it kind of felt redundant. Una Chaplin was very good in it, but she was also like really underused. I really hope whatever the fourth one is has nothing to do with the Sully and Quaritch feud, because it's overplayed now. I literally couldn't give a shit about Spider, yet they keep trying to push him, even though literally every other character in the movie is far more interesting. I found Kiri, who is oh fuck, I'm blanking. Oh my god, Torn, what's her name? Sigourney Weaver. Kiri, Sigourney Weaver's character, really cool, but it's still jarring hearing an almost 80-year-old Sigourney Weaver coming out of a little girl's mouth. It like sometimes it works, especially when she's like yelling. I'm like, that's an old woman. and then minor spoiler, but they try to make like her and Spider an item. Don't love that. And it also, like, literally all of the Avatar movies, it's too long. But you know, I thought it was like good but not great. So I gave it like, I'd give it like a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. Then I watched, keeping the Avatar train going, Torn, I watched Avatar: Aang, The Last Airbender. And I'm not as big of a fan of The Last Airbender as you are. I thought, like a lot of people say it's like one of the best animated shows ever.
And it is.
I mean, it's an animated show. I'll say that,
brother.
I mean, it's good. I mean,
no, dude, I'm gonna have to take you out back, bro.
I mean, hey man, you're the Avatar fan, and yet I've seen this and you haven't. So I don't know. What does that say?
I was trying to be ethical and wait.
Bro, waited too long.
Yeah, and I got busy.
But yeah, I'm not as big as much as a fan of The Last Airbender, so I'm not sure I'm not sure if this is going to be a movie where if you're a big fan, you'll like it more or you'll like it less. I'm not sure. But as an extreme casual of this franchise who has literally only seen the original show and hasn't seen Korra or literally anything else, I said it's a solid entry post the original animated show. It's definitely predictable and isn't quite as silly as the show, but it does a decent job. Where the movie really dips, though, is Aang. He feels incredibly flat in this in one note, and it's not helped by the frankly quite poor performance by Eric Nam. I thought maybe it was the direction at first, but I was actually quite impressed with the other cast members, in particular Diane Kwan as Toph and Roman Zaragoza as Sokka. Dave Bautista was also really solid, and there were a few fun voice cameos. But yeah, unfortunately for me, this was just kind of average. But I will say the animation was very good. I was very happy with the animation. It felt close enough to the original show, but still felt like an upgrade and a bit more. It was a bit more anime forward rather than sort of Western animation forward, which I thought worked well for what they were doing. But yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know if any adult Aang stuff was established before this, but I also feel like his design is very sauceless, but he kind of just looks like a guy in this. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, his performance was definitely very weak, and like I said, his characterization felt very one note, which is unfortunate. It's like they felt like they couldn't make him like super mature because that would feel less true to how it was in the original show, but they also couldn't make him too silly because he should be more mature, and so he's like in this weird middle ground where he's just kind of nothing, unfortunately. Katara was fine. She has a couple of good moments, but she honestly, unfortunately, kind of just feels like Aang's girlfriend. She's just like not necessarily a damsel in distress, but I don't know, she just kind of didn't really feel like a character to me. But yeah, Sokka was good. Even though I still feel like they should have just brought Donnie Bosco back as Zuko. I think Steven Yeun did a good enough job, but I still feel like his casting was unnecessary. But yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10, which is, to be honest, slightly generous. Anyway, last but not least, Torn, I watched Nirvana the Band the Show, and I watched Nirvana the Band the Show the movie. Now, some background, Torn. I don't know
shit that I saw. I've seen it.
You've seen what?
Like I've seen Nirvana the Band the Show.
Like the show?
I haven't logged it. But that's fucking terrible, bro.
The show or the movie? What are we talking about?
The show. The movie.
What?
At Draft House. I saw it like 2 weeks ago.
You saw Nirvana the Band the Show the movie at Draft House?
Yes.
I don't know whether to believe you or not.
No, I saw it because they did the summer recap thing.
Why'd you see it?
Why?
Yeah.
I was bored. Bro. And it was free. Like someone bought it, because my friend has a pass and he bought me a ticket for it.
What kind of pass?
So I was the Draft House pass.
Oh, not the N-word pass. Got it.
What the hell? No, I'm just fucking with you.
So you did see it?
I did not.
Oh my god!
But it looks like shit, so I did not want to watch it,
bro. All right. Well, do you know what it is?
No, it looks like shit.
All right. Well, let me explain. Okay. So Nirvana, there was it's two people. It's Jay McCarroll and Matt Johnson. Did you see Blackberry? I don't remember.
No, okay. I haven't seen any of those movies. Like in those types of movies.
What do you mean those types of movies?
Like I haven't seen like The Founder. I haven't seen Blackberry. I haven't seen like. Okay,
well, Matt Johnson, who's sort of like the de facto main character, is he's a writer director. He did Blackberry. He's done a few other things. He's one of the main characters in Nirvana the Band the Show, and there's Jay McCarroll, who's a composer, and he composed like Blackberry. They're kind of a duo. Anyway, in like 2007, they came out with an internet show called Nirvana the Band, and then like 7 years later they got a show, so they called it Nirvana the Band the Show. And basically what it is, it's like a mockumentary style sitcom, except a good chunk of it is real. So like they'll go to like actual like a restaurant, or they'll go to a movie and stuff, and they'll actually like play out what's going on, but like they used other actors and editing to sort of blend so you don't know what's real and what isn't. So for example, minor spoiler, I guess, they filmed it came out in 2017, but they filmed it in 2015. So they go to like a midnight showing of The Force Awakens, and they're like talking throughout it, and there's like people behind them like telling them to shut the fuck up. And they get kicked out, and it's clear that some of the people who are telling them to shut the fuck up were actors, but there's also they do not have the budget to just rent out a whole theater to get a bunch of extras to screen The Force Awakens, a brand new movie. So I'm like, they would have had to actually go to a real screening, get actors to get the seats in behind them. Like, the logistics surrounding everything in the show is insane, but also like very impressive. It's a very referential show. There's a bunch of references to other shows and movies. Like every episode of the show, they parody an intro from another show. Like in the Star Wars episode that I was just talking about, the intro to the show was just the Daredevil intro. And I was like, there is a reason why it was the Daredevil intro.
That's insane.
It's insane, and also like it's an official show. It's not like an internet show. So I fully do not understand the legality behind all of it. They're showing clips and they're using music from like Back to the Future. I'm like, there is zero way they paid for all of this. I do not understand the legal stuff behind it. I mean, they were showing parts of The Force Awakens. I don't understand. So like there's another episode where they film like a bullshit movie and they sneak it into Sundance, and they go to Sundance. You can tell that they actually went to Sundance. I don't know what's real. It's a fascinating watch, Tor. It's a fascinating watch. It's also short. It's 2 seasons. Each season contains like 8 episodes, I think. They're like 20 minutes. A very, very fun, very extremely creative show. Highly recommend it. But then 7 years later, again, they come out with Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. And I was like, because the only reason I even wanted to watch it to begin with is because a bunch of people I follow were raving about it. And I was like, what the fuck is this about? So they added the show and the movie onto Disney Plus. So I was like, fuck yeah, I can actually give this a watch. So I watched the show, like I said, and then I watched the movie, and like the show I thought was quite good, right? But I binged the show before watching the movie because all I heard from people I follow was that the film was incredible. And after watching the show, which I thoroughly enjoyed, I thought, I'm sure the movie will be fine, but I'm not sure how it's going to translate to a full feature film without feeling tired or like a retread of what they had done. But luckily I was very wrong, and it was extremely impressed by the film. It's funny, it's sweet, insane, unique, reverent of the tropes that it plays on. And after seeing as many films as like we have, and knowing about sort of the inner workings of the films as we do, seeing a film like this that's relatively low budget and kind of indie, still seeing a movie like this and a small one at that still makes me think, like, how did they do that is amazing. So the movie is such an incredible usage of editing, VFX, and writing. I had an absolute blast with this, and honestly, the movie I think surpasses the show in many ways. It's I thought it was really, really good. Again, highly recommend it whenever you get the chance. But of course, you still have to watch Send Help, don't you? You still have to watch Send Help. You still have to watch
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah, I gotta watch a lot of shit. I gotta watch Undertone.
Undertone, which one's that one?
It's a horror movie by like this like podcaster, and she like hears a bunch of like
I did
crazy...
hear about this.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get like Disney Plus for like a month and just binge all that you can?
I think maybe my mom changed her stuff. I don't know. I have to see.
What do you mean?
Well, the reason why I couldn't log on to Disney Plus on my mom's account is because she had an account tied to her other email that she doesn't have access to anymore. So that's why I couldn't get Disney Plus one time. But yeah.
Wait, so even like your mom couldn't even get into the Disney Plus?
No, it was logged onto her TV. But
so why don't you just watch it on?
I'm not gonna go in the living room and watch TV, bro.
Dude,
I'm not doing that, bro.
There's no way. This whole time you've been like, "Oh, I don't have Disney Plus." Like when you could have just walked into the other room.
No, dude, you're not listening. No. Here's the thing: the TV is like occupied for like the night, you know, like because they gotta watch their stuff, and then they're playing games, and I don't want to go in there when it's like 1 o'clock, like in the night and like beyond because they're sleeping.
You are unemployed. You got the whole day.
Yeah, I have the whole day, but dude, I want to like watch stuff in my room, dude. That's why I just wanted it here. Bro, I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm not gonna go in the living room and just watch TV. Yeah, I don't do that. Everything's on this TV, bro. Every app is on this TV. Why would I go to the room to just watch them?
You got to figure out the Disney. Isn't there a way to change the email?
Yeah, she got to call the motherfuckers, but
oh my god,
I got to check.
We'll do that. All right, is that the show?
That is the show.
All right, well, thank you everyone for listening to Avengers Podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengers on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at @itzenith_ on Twitter, youtube.com/itzenith, or Zenith on Letterboxd. Where can they reach you?
At Torn Guy on Instagram and at Torrentino on Letterboxd.
Incredible. We also have Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. This is linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for an additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Later.